Welcome back to the channel, where we delve into some of the most enlightening and motivational books. Today, we're delving into a transformative book that centers on the power of maintaining a positive mental attitude to achieve success. Whether aiming to enhance your personal life or elevate your professional career, this summary will provide essential principles that can lead to significant changes. Stay tuned until the end to discover how to shift your mindset and unlock new opportunities. Do you have a goal you're passionate about achieving? Are you eager to learn how to eliminate anger, fear, and self-doubt? Do you want to boost your motivation and pursue your dreams with unwavering determination? If you answered yes, then this book is perfect for you. Napoleon Hill outlines various crucial principles for success, consistently highlighting the significance of a positive mental attitude for leading a fulfilling life. In this summary, you'll hear stories from various individuals that are fascinating and highly inspiring. You'll discover how to unleash the power of a positive mental attitude and where the journey to success begins. One such story is about S.B. Fuller, the son of a farmer in Louisiana. Fuller started working on the farm at the young age of 5. The people in his village had accepted their poverty, believing it was God's will that they remained poor. However, Fuller's mother told him otherwise. "It is not God's will that we are poor. Your father never aspired to be wealthy. He never tried to earn money by doing something different." As Fuller grew up, he passionately wanted to earn substantial money. He believed that selling something was the easiest way to make money, so he started soap sales and did so for 12 years. One day, the company that supplied him with soap decided to sell their business for $150,000. Fuller contemplated buying the company and used his savings of $25,000 from the past 12 years to make the initial payment, promising to pay the remaining $125,000 within the next 10 days. During his 12 years in the soap business, Fuller had built a strong network with various business people. With their help, he raised $115,000, but was still $10,000 short. Determined to return once he secured the needed funds, Fuller drove around that night. He soon saw the light in a contractor's office, went inside, and confidently asked, "Would you like to earn an $11,000 profit?" When the contractor agreed, Fuller said, "Then you need to lend me $10,000. He showed the contractor a list of business people who had lent him money and explained his soap business. As Fuller left, he had a check for $10,000 in his pocket. The following day, he became the owner of the company, which had once supplied him with soap. Fuller's secret to success was knowing what he wanted and continually moving forward with a positive mental attitude to turn his dreams into reality. Everyone possesses a hidden magical talisman with two sides, like a coin. One side is PMA, positive mental attitude, and the other is NMA, negative mental attitude. It's up to you which side you choose. Imagine wearing this magical talisman every day. You have immense power within you, and you can choose between PMA or NMA. If you decide to PMA, you are bound to achieve great success. You can change your world. Irvin Ben Cooper, one of the most esteemed judges in America, had a surprisingly timid childhood. Growing up near a hut in Missouri, his family, recent immigrants, struggled financially. His parents worked as tailors, and young Ben would collect coal from railway tracks to heat their home during the cold nights. This routine often led to confrontations with 3 bullies, instilling deep fear in Ben. Ben read stories by Horatio Alger in his spare time, tales of brave heroes that inspired him to cultivate courage. These narratives of bravery planted a seed of positive mental attitude in his subconscious. One day, the familiar bullies appeared as he walked towards the railway tracks. Despite an initial urge to flee, Ben's newfound confidence in the books urged him to confront them. Not only did he stand his ground, but he also fought back fiercely, causing the bullies to retreat in fear. From that day forward, fear no longer dominated Ben's life. Ben's self-perception made that day special. He saw himself as one of Alger's heroes, responding strongly to the bullies. This belief stayed with him as he grew older, leading him to study law and use it to fight against gangsters, providing robust defenses for the oppressed. His unwavering courage and positive mental attitude eventually made him a successful judge. You too can transform your life like Ben did. If you're grappling with financial struggles or daily challenges, remember that a change in mindset can alter your circumstances. Imagine confronting a challenging situation or comforting someone upset with compassion and positivity. Reacting with anger or negativity is easy, but striving to change yourself, though difficult, is rewarding. Once you adjust your behavior, positive things will manifest in your life. Clear the mental cobwebs from your thinking. Consider the story of a Greek philosopher who desired to travel to Carthage. Being logical and wise, he listed all the potential dangers: getting sick from the boat ride, the risk of the boat sinking in a storm, or being captured by pirates and enslaved. Despite these risks, his strong desire to travel pushed him to embark. Remarkably, he reached Carthage safely and returned home without incident. Today, you are the product of your thoughts. What you think and how you think is entirely up to you. You blame others, feel sorry for yourself, and make excuses to foster a negative attitude. Clear these cobwebs from your mind. If there's a misunderstanding with someone, first look within yourself. You might find that the problem stems from your negative thoughts. Therefore, don't rush to blame others. Cultivate positivity within yourself. Are you brave enough to explore the powers of your mind? Take the story of Ralph Webner, who suffered a severe heart attack and was rushed to the hospital. After a while, he slipped into a coma. While his family prayed earnestly, the medical team worked tirelessly, but even after 6 hours, Ralph showed no signs of improvement. The doctors left, leaving his care to 2 nurses. Although Ralph couldn't move, he could hear the nurses speaking. He heard one say, "I think he's not breathing. Do you hear anything?" The other nurse replied, "No." They repeated this several times, and though Ralph heard them, he couldn't show any signs of life, not even a flicker of his finger. In this dire situation, Ralph recalled a story about self-motivation he had read. It emphasized that if you genuinely believe you can do something, you can achieve it. Summoning this belief, Ralph tried to open his eyes, but initially failed. He persisted, mentally commanding his eyes to open. After several attempts, a nurse noticed a flutter of his eyelid and exclaimed, "This patient is still alive." Ralph kept trying, and eventually he opened one eye, then both. The nurse quickly called the doctor, and they renewed their efforts to revive him. Our minds are divided into 2 parts, the conscious and the subconscious. These 2 parts collaborate, holding numerous known and mysterious powers. When harnessed correctly, these powers can lead to happiness and success. Your subconscious mind sends messages to your conscious mind, so it's essential to fill it with positive thoughts. Write down your goals on paper and read them daily with complete focus and belief. For instance, if you want to become wealthy, write, "My goal is to be a millionaire by 2025. Your goal should be clear and specific, with no room for ambiguity. Repeat it daily, and in doing so, you prepare your subconscious mind to find a way to achieve this goal. Consider this: a problem can be an opportunity in disguise. In 1939, North Michigan Avenue in Chicago faced a significant issue. 90% of its corporate buildings were vacant, and the real estate market was fraught with negativity. Amidst this, a building manager arrived with a positive mental attitude. Within a year, every apartment in his building was rented out. How did he accomplish this? The manager had a clear vision of his goal. He knew that if his plan failed, he had nothing to lose, but if it succeeded, he had everything to gain. So he took the risk and offered the apartments for a year. He thought that if the tenants left after a year, he would renovate the offices again, increasing the property's value. Additionally, new tenants prefer modern designs. While others complained or quit their jobs, this manager turned a problem into an opportunity. As a result, while neighboring buildings remained empty, every apartment in his building was occupied. This story highlights the power of a clear vision and a positive mental attitude in transforming challenges into opportunities. We all encounter various life challenges, whether personal, family-related, or work-related. However, those who manage to turn these obstacles into opportunities are the ones who truly succeed. Learn to perceive the world differently, much like George Campbell did. George was born blind due to bilateral congenital cataracts. None was available despite his parents' relentless efforts to find a cure. Yet they never let George feel disadvantaged. By age 6, George didn't feel any different from other children. One day, while playing, a friend, forgetting George's blindness, threw a ball at him, warning, "Hey, look out! You're going to get hit by the ball." But it was too late. The ball had already struck George. Though unhurt, he wondered why he hadn't noticed the ball coming. When he got home, he asked his mother why this had happened. Lovingly taking his hand, his mother explained for the first time that he was blind, using a positive mental attitude. She illustrated with his fingers representing the 5 senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Closing one of George's fingers, she said, "Your sense organ for sight does not work." Then, tossing a ball, she assured him, "My dear, you don't need all 5 sense organs to be happy." This insight motivated George deeply. As George grew older and entered high school, he learned more about his condition and discovered a complex surgery that could restore his sight. Despite the risks, George decided to undergo the procedure. His faith paid off, and the surgery was successful. For the first time, George could see. Though he initially didn't recognize his mother by sight, her voice immediately confirmed her identity. This moment was extraordinary for his family. We often think we see with our eyes, but our brain processes and interprets what we see. Hence, it is crucial to send positive messages to our brains. Maintaining a positive mental attitude allows us to perceive goodness and positivity in every situation and everyone we meet. The secret of getting things done. Neil, a college student in Copenhagen, Denmark, worked as a tourist guide during the summer. He excelled in his job, impressing some American tourists who invited him to visit their home in Chicago and sponsored his trip to Washington, D.C. Upon arriving in Washington, Neil realized one of his bags, containing his wallet and passport, was missing. Despite searching everywhere, he couldn't find it. Concerned, he called a friend in Denmark, who suggested he go to the embassy or the police. Instead, Neil decided not to let the loss ruin his day. With only $2 in his pocket, he explored Washington, visiting the White House, the Capitol, and the Washington Monument. He bought some candy and peanuts and enjoyed his day, viewing it as a unique and memorable experience. Neil reasoned that he might never have another opportunity like this, so he didn't want to waste it dealing with the embassy or police. By adopting a positive mental attitude, Neil attracted only positive experiences. A week later, the police informed him that his belongings had been found. Whenever your subconscious mind urges you to act, don't delay. Act immediately and avoid postponing tasks. How to motivate yourself. Several years ago, a 65-year-old cosmetics company owner decided to retire. His friends enthusiastically celebrated his birthday, always curious about the secret to his business success. He had always avoided answering this question. However, on his 75th birthday, he decided to share his secret. He revealed that his key to success was hope. Hope had driven him to build a successful business and motivated women to buy his products. Hope continuously motivates you and gives you a purpose to achieve your goals. To motivate yourself, observe your progress daily. How to motivate others. Napoleon Hill, as a child, was quite naughty. After his mother passed away, his father viewed him as the worst child. When his father remarried, Napoleon resolved not to accept his stepmother. Upon meeting her, his father introduced him as the worst boy in the world. Napoleon, angered, stood up to defend himself. However, his stepmother responded differently, saying, "The worst boy? Not. He is the smartest and most sensible boy. We must bring out these qualities in him." These words profoundly impacted Napoleon, as he had only heard negative remarks from his father. Over time, his stepmother encouraged him to become the good boy she believed he was. This experience taught Napoleon how to motivate others by showing trust and confidence in them. Before motivating others, you must convince them that you believe in their abilities and are there to support them. Share stories of people who initially failed but succeeded due to their positive mental attitude. Remember, never give up. Success will follow. Attract, don't repel, wealth. George Steppe spent a long time in the hospital, where he had ample time to read and think. He read Think and Grow Rich, which helped him understand the value of money. Inspired, George conceived the idea of selling shirtboards used to fold ironed clothes. Laundry shops were willing to buy them for $4 each. George decided to print advertisements on the shirtboards, charging advertisers to earn extra money. After leaving the hospital, he started his business. Initially, he faced many challenges, but viewed them as steps to success. George printed advertisements on one side of the board to boost his business, and puzzles, recipes, and games on the other. This new concept was well received, increasing demand for his product. George's success stemmed from reading self-help books and meticulously planning his activities. Most successful people read such books to stay positive. Positive thinking attracts success and wealth. It's crucial to have high goals and write them down. When you do, they register in your brain, and subconsciously, you begin planning for them. How to find satisfaction in your job. Jerry Osam, a dedicated sales manager, always put his heart and soul into his work. Like everyone, he faced challenging days that left him feeling down. To overcome this, Jerry turned to self-help books and discovered 3 crucial lessons. 1. Control your negative emotions. 2. Set high goals for your job. 3. Learn and apply the principles of success. These lessons helped Jerry maintain a positive mental attitude in adversity. He diligently studied the company manual and implemented what he learned in his role. He began motivating his colleagues as a leader, which significantly boosted the company's sales. Jerry was promoted, but more than the promotion, he cherished the value he brought to the job he loved. Satisfaction comes from the joy you derive from your work, which hinges on your mental attitude, a factor you control. Cultivate a habit of reading self-help books to learn, think, and plan for success. Your magnificent obsession. Once, a wealthy businessman encountered a man from the Boys Club of America who requested a small donation. Annoyed by the constant requests for help, the businessman asked the man to leave. The visitor calmly replied, "Sir, I understand you might not want to give your wealth to the poor, but I have something to give you. A small blessing. God bless you, sir." After saying this, the man left. And the businessman couldn't stop thinking about the visitor's words. A few days later, he visited the club, met the man, and handed him a check for $500,000. He said, I want to donate, but please don't tell anyone. I don't want people to think I'm kind. I don't want children to aspire to be like me, a ruthless and sinful man. Giving is an essential part of success. The more you give, the more blessings you receive. Even if you can't offer financial help, you can give kindness, blessings, and hope through your words. Helping others brings happiness and success, offering a peace that wealth cannot provide. Conclusion. You've learned about achieving success through a positive mental attitude, PMA. By changing your mindset, you can transform your life. Eliminate negative thoughts like fear, anger, and self-doubt, which only weaken and frighten you. Instead, cultivate courage and compassion within yourself. Believe in your abilities, and you will find a way. Don't be discouraged by failure. See it as an opportunity for success. You are the leader of your thoughts. Viewing every situation positively can bring significant changes to your life. Before asking for a raise or promotion, ask yourself if you truly deserve it and if you have added value to the company. Focus on what you can do for the company rather than what the company can do for you. Rise above self-centered thinking and strive to understand others. Promote qualities like kindness and honesty within yourself. Open your heart to help others when you can. Remember, the more you give, the more you will receive back. This is a natural law. Indeed, successful people share and give more value to others. You can choose between a positive and a negative mental attitude. If you choose positivity, nothing can stop you from progressing. If you decide negativity, no one can save you from failing. The choice is entirely yours. Thank you for staying with us until the end. This summary provided valuable insights and inspired you to take action. If you found it helpful, please subscribe, and click the bell icon to make sure to see our future summaries. We love sharing content that can make a real difference in your life. Before you go, please drop a comment below sharing one positive change you plan to implement from today's lesson. Remember, your attitude shapes your future, and the journey to success begins with a single step. See you in the following summary.